blessing, I'll be able to make sure that this happens and goes forward. There's a lot out there. There's a great work that needs to be done by all of us. Just do the next right thing. Be the change you want to see in this world, the great Buddha. Be that change. You know, you want to say, oh, that's so stupid, Gary. That's such a cliche. If I've heard that, if I never heard that again, it would be too soon. Well, I'll tell you what, my friend. Why don't you actually take that into account of your life, for your life, just for a day's time? I challenge you this. If you will do for a day, just an action, be the change that you want to see in the world, whether it's holding the door open, taking $5, $10, whatever amount, putting it on the pump, like the pay at the pump deals, so you know someone's going to get it. And by golly, see if Spirit doesn't put the person that needs it the most in there for it to be received. Hold the door open, man. Hold the door open for someone. Tell them they look great today. Tell them you look like they're troubled today. What's on their mind? I mean, just try to help your fellow man in some way, form, or fashion. Man, Spirit, or God, or Jehovah, or the architect, grand architect, whatever you want to call him, in your religion or your faith, is completely fine right here. This is a safe zone. There's nothing that cannot be said as long as it's Spirit inspired. So if it's God, it's easy. If it's not God, it's not easy. But feel free to speak anyway. I cuss like a fucking sailor. I'm trying not to right now, but I am horrible for that. I'm a human being. I'm far from perfect. Very, very far from perfect. But this is my next step. This is my next right thing. I am doing the next right thing I can, reaching a healing hand out, extending it for whomever it may be needed. And there is many out there that needs it. My story alone, and the life of addiction, and the trouble from that, it's just the insanity that I fought in, lived in, day out. Insanity is, by definition, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Though mine was not insanity, I knew that it would result in the situation that it did, just to not what extent it resulted in. I knew a down was coming, a fall was coming. Every time I abused drugs or did drugs, a fall was coming. It was just a matter of time. But it is a disease, people. It is a disease. It's destroying families. It's destroying people. It's destroying our nation. And if we're not careful, people, within another 10 years, we won't have worthwhile people, representative people, to even run our governments, run our medical fields. If we're not careful with these drugs and the fentanyls and whatnot, you're not getting to party and slowly kill yourself anymore. Now with fentanyl and drugs, it could be the first time you use it and the last time. It could be the millionth time and the last time. Please, gosh, please, God, let your words be taken heed to by these people that it needs to be done by. I thank you so much for letting me be a mouthpiece, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Well, basically just a mouthpiece, a vessel for you. And hopefully with many of you, I will grow, we will live and grow together in this. From step one, stage one. That is in the relation to how we need to get addiction and the love for addicts and the love for families and the extension of how badly it's hurting everything about us. Everything about us. We've got to learn to take people in once they've realized, number one, addiction. It is a disease, and like any disease, it is treatable. Like, say, blood sugar or diabetes. As long as you take your medication and you eat right, then it is a side effect to life, diabetes. With me, I've learned to live with, as an addict, I'll always be an addict per se, but it's in active terms and non-active terms. But, oh wow, I've lost my train of thought. Forgive me. Well, I'm just trying my dadgonest to, oh yes, as medicines. Forgive me. Thank you, sweet spirit. Bless me. Okay. My medication to make this a disease a treatable, livable, have a great life, have everything that I want and more, be able to help others is my number one goal in life. Just to be a help to somebody in some way, not be abused and used and taken advantage of like I've been done so many times before. But drug addiction, properly, once you realize that your drug addiction is a symptom, is a effect to you using drugs and alcohol, whether it be painkillers, nerve medications, alcohol, heroin, cocaine, whatever it is. Whatever that is that takes control of you. Know that you cannot put it in your body at all. The first time is the last time. I mean, once you do it the first time, it's just a time period. It's going to happen. You're going to fall. So the only guaranteed way is never enter it in your body. Know that you cannot do it that first time. So that, along with proper diet, which rolls in that beautiful, sweet, precious spirit, our ancestors, my guardian angels, they are many and they are great and they are very strong and they have been through it all with me. And I love them dearly and they do me. They have protected me dearly and I love them so much for that. So that diet, that spiritual diet, it is for me. You've just got to find out what that spiritual diet is for you. A lot of people say a doorknob. No, it can't be a doorknob. It can be yourself. It can be a higher level of yourself. I mean, actually, it probably shouldn't be yourself. It needs to be something outside of you. It needs to be. suggestible to be. I would need to look up my terminology before I really state too much on that. But the diet of spirituality and knowing that without God's help, I ain't got this. I'm doomed to fail. You can count on Gary for one or two things. To be real as fuck and always have your back to the bloody end. If you're my people, you're my people all the way to the end. I'd die for you. But also, again, I've lost my train of thought. I'm going to have to redo this again later, it seems. That steady diet, trust on me to fuck up. Always trust on Gary to fuck up. So Gary by himself don't have shit. Gary by himself right now ain't even making this video. He's not the person that's going to put time into making this video for himself. It's took Spirit's divine pushing, nudging, and intervention for this to have happened. Believe that. Believe that. I'm so thankful for you, Spirit. So thankful for you. Please let these people start their days with a blessed day. I'm sending them love and light and many, many blessings. Remember, I'm going to close with, there are many things we could do to do better. Many different things. But it ultimately starts with the one thing that anyone can do at any given time. And it also makes you a better person inside. It feeds you, makes you spiritually happy. That's just to help somebody. Gary, I'm broke. I can't help nobody. Well, my dear friend, my brother, all you got to do is hold the door open for someone. Comment their looks. Comment anything, you know. Hey, you're looking great today. Just always trying to do the next right thing. Someone's got their hands full, you know, try to offer to help them out in any way feasible, imaginable way, no matter how small, it can be done, and it will be done in a way that will bring you a amazing feeling. Not by you going and saying, hey, guess what I did today? I held the door open for 52 people. Or I did this. I put $15 on the gas pump and drove off and left it for the next person to get. Spirit will make sure that the correct person gets there to get it. Believe me. It's not about bragging, but it is that feeling of giving and how great it makes you feel inside. It's always better to give than it is to receive. Believe that. That's not just being quoted from the Bible or from other places. That is a fact. Give something out of nothing but the kindness of your heart, expecting nothing but just the fullness of the feeling that it's going to give you by doing it. Don't expect some karma to come to you, though it will. Every good deed, God does not go unpunished. Every bit of light you put out in this world will come back to you. But not doing it for that reason, just besides to keep light and balance in your life, is why I do it. And because it feels so damn burn good to be able to give someone some information, if it's just an explanation of something, whatever it is. It feels so great to be able to give. Man, it's so great just doing this and knowing if it reaches a few people and they benefit from this. Please like this thing and subscribe to it if it is your cup of tea. In time you'll know, but I need to make short time of this video, so this is just a off the cuff, just to make sure I'm up and running, and people can see that I'm up and running and sort of get a little bit of what to expect from me. All right, guys, I love you. I love you all. I love you all so dearly. There's not one of you out here that I do not genuinely love, man, woman, or child. If you have any comments, suggestions, please leave them. Have a blessed, blessed day.